see if we actually go closer to you. Sneak over. Yeah. Okay. Want to make sure we're in the right periphery for you, I guess.
Good.
Unless you want all of Ariana. All right, so it's David and Ariana, Realtors with
Royal LePage Signature.
Best brand out there. So Fast Talk Fridays.
Yep.
And today's topic?
Communication goes both ways.
With any relationship, you need to have good communication for it to work. Any relationship that has a breakdown in communication will ultimately fail.
Yeah.
Right. So there's two parts when we're talking now. We're going to talk about communication with realtors and kind of like, basically what to expect. And I think there's two parts we want to talk about. The first one is...
So first is deliverables. As Dave said, I would say these are the expectations. For example, in terms of tasks. So what will your realtor be including in their services? Will they be doing staging, photography? Who will be doing the cleaning? And you also want to definitely communicate on when these things will be happening, how long they will take, when the seller is comfortable on having showings, what times, what days. So these are all things that need to be communicated and laid out early on in the relationship.
Yeah, so you don't want to leave anybody ambiguous, so like not knowing what's happening. And sometimes we get a kind of, I don't know, because we're used to doing this, it's old habit, we're like, oh, yeah. So sometimes the client, what's the process? We're like, oh, yeah, that's right. We'll even though we've explained it, sometimes we'll do it again, we'll break it down nice and simple. And it's easy. We have a good relationship with our clients that it's not like going to be bothersome for them to contact us. It's actually usually the opposite. So yeah, it's we're open. Like we want to make sure that they know that. I said, oh yeah. So again, we're doing this will happen. Now this is great on the buy side. And most of the stuff she said was like when you're selling. Sorry, on the sell side. This also is important on the buy side, right? If you have tenants or somebody else, so if you're buying a property that's tenants, they'll need 24 hours notice, like for investment properties. There's also time frame. Like. For deliverables, we're saying too, well, I want to see this property now. It's like, well, that might not be available now, especially in this COVID world. Yeah. So you have to give the agent a little bit sometimes. If we can fit you in, great. Sometimes that might not be, that might not also happen. So also having that conversation with your buyers as well too.
For sure. And of course, if there's an offer date, like definitely we will want to get in there before the offer date, and we'll do our best for one of us to be there for sure. Usually we have enough notice that it's not the same day as an offer date, but there have been times where we've had a couple hours to go see a property
and one of us, I was out of town, I said, hey, Ariana, can you help me out, and vice versa. So we work, that's why we work together. I can be in Markham and she can be in Scarborough, I was going to say Vaughan or something too, wherever's close. Okay, wherever's closest to see if we can get to it first, if we can do that. The second thing we want to talk about communication is boundaries. Now, we are on commission base. Everybody knows that, right? So we work on commission and we work for you. And we love to work. Obviously, we don't put a plug in here. If you have anybody looking to buy or sell, call us. We need the work. We love the work. Okay, anyway, different. But anyway, boundaries are set by, like we're saying, we're also humans, yes. So granted, I wake up early in the morning. I usually get up around 5:30, most mornings, like start my morning routine. So a lot of times, sometimes clients are up there too. I'll message them back and forth, because I'm up at that time. I'll do some emails, I do my workouts, all those kinds of things. But, usually the day starts at 9 o'clock for most people to answer, which is fine. If you're doing it earlier, I don't mind that because I'm already up. Yeah. But what I get into trouble is like somebody trying to call me, unless it's an offer night or something that we know about. You're calling me at midnight. I don't know if there's any real estate emergencies to be done at midnight. I could probably wait till 5:30 in the morning. I should be in bed if I'm waking up at 5:30. I think the same with you. You wake up early too. So, you have other things. We wake up early to get the day done. So, and I've had some clients that just always call me, message me at 1 o'clock in the morning, got upset when I wasn't answering them. I'm like, I'm sleeping.
Not really fair, right?
I'm like, most people are sleeping. I'm sorry that you're awake, but these. So we have to set some sort of boundaries. The other thing is too, we are human, so we have families, wives, boyfriends, kids. Sometimes we will also have obligations. Our family, if I have like a christening or a wedding or something too. Again, that's why we work together. If I can't make it up, I'll make sure one of the two of us together. But if if there's a situation, I've had somebody call me up, I'm like, I need you to come and see this property in 30 minutes. I can't. I'm at a wedding. Like, I can get Ariana. I'm like, no, I just want you. I'm like, well, unfortunately, sometimes that can't happen.
Yeah. And again, it goes both ways. Like sometimes people will want us to answer immediately, which we do majority of the time. We really do answer within a few minutes or as soon as we can if we're in a meeting. but then we don't necessarily get the same in return. Like, we're trying to get some information on the client side, and then we might not hear back for a few days, which is difficult, right? Especially if we're trying to get to the bottom of something or find the property and we're not getting a response. So again, it goes both ways.
I had a client once message me, like, wanted to see a property. Like, great. I sent us all the information. I'm like, okay, we have offers. The offers are tonight. We only have a couple hours to get in. I can book the appointment now. Let me know. And by the time they got back to me, the house was already sold.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, like if you're going to message me, I'm like, which is great. Like, listen, I understand you get busy, but I saw on their messages that they were reading them.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
That doesn't make sense.
We're gonna answer quickly, and we expect the same.
If you're not interested, just tell us. We're okay with that. Anyways, that's made this a little longer than we thought, but anyway, but it's okay. Hope you enjoyed this. Communicate with us what you want from us for the next Fast Talk Friday. Have a good day.
Thanks.